Is Sisqo gay?
Not Rory.
What? I thought he came out, no?
First of all,
He has a belly button tattoo.
Thinking somebody came out is just hilarious.
That they thought you was gay?
Oh, nah.
Yeah.
I used that to my advantage. They was like,
And
Sisqo's gay. I was like, am I?
We're at the top of our game. We got Money in the Bank. We got chart-topping singles. We just came off a tour. It was traumatizing.
In the realm of music, our preferences often fall into distinct categories such as rap, acoustic, pop, and more. When enumerating accomplished artists, Sisqo is a notable name that comes to mind. However, his life was not as simple and good as it seemed to be. But what happened to him is always a tragedy. This tragedy not just affected his progress, but it totally crashed his career. So what actually happened to him? If you haven't heard the hit song Thong Song by Sisqo, you must be from another planet. Released in 2000, this catchy tune with scandalous lyrics about the finer things in life took the world by storm, earning 4 Grammy nominations and topping charts in New Zealand and across Europe. However, behind the infectious beat, Sisqo was harboring some dark secrets that he has only recently revealed. Sisqo, born Mark Andrews, is better known by his stage name. His father Alonzo worked as an electrician while his mother Carolyn was employed as a Social Security claims clerk. Sisqo was the only son and youngest of 3 siblings growing up in a middle-class neighborhood in Baltimore, Maryland. However, during summers, he often stayed at his grandmother's place in a rough, infested Baltimore ghetto. It was a challenging environment where street gangs held sway and commanded respect. Sisqo absorbed street wisdom during those summers, an experience that also led to him being incarcerated 3 times.
It was easy because our first single went platinum. So
At just 16 years old, Sisqo found himself in a jail cell, prompting a serious introspection. He admitted in an interview with TV Guide that he realized he wasn't a thug, just pretending to be one. This moment was pivotal for him, leading to a decision to change his image and turn his life around. Sisqo decided to bleach his hair blonde, aiming to appear less intimidating and to show a different side of himself. However, the real motivation behind the dramatic change was a heartbreak he experienced in 9th grade. He had dated an older girl, a 10th grader, and the breakup deeply affected him, prompting him to adopt a new persona as a way to cope with the pain. As fate would have it, he saw the Big Papa video and saw Diddy, Baby Mama. She was putting on platinum blonde hair, and instantly he knew that's what he wanted. Adding to the twist, Diddy styled them in the Big Baby Mama video with Foxy Brown. Back in those days, coloring hair as a black artist often came with backlash. But look who's doing it now, Chris Brown. Chris Brown confessed to looking up to Sisqo before he came into the limelight. Growing up, Sisqo had his share of experimenting with drugs, but he decided to leave that behind and take the straight path. He aimed to be a positive influence, emphasizing in an interview with Rolling Stone that the key is making everyone feel welcome in his presence. Sisqo wanted to be approachable and trustworthy. He made it clear that he's not about a troubled life and is committed to staying out of trouble, focusing on his music and hustle. Sisqo became a father at the young age of 17. With his high school girlfriend, Shion Andrews. Despite never marrying his daughter's mother, he stepped up from day one to care for his child. Sisqo remained an involved parent, ensuring he provided for his little one. His child even made a special appearance in the iconic Thong Song video, an incredible testament to Sisqo's belief that family is paramount and his willingness to share that part of his life with the world.
You originally had a kid while you were still in high school, is that correct?
Yeah, it was right before Tell Me came out, my daughter was born.
Sisqo rose to fame in the late 1990s as the lead singer of the R&B group Dru Hill and later as a solo artist. While achieving significant success with his music video, he also encountered several controversies that drew attention and scrutiny from the media and the public. One of his most notable controversies was when he appeared in a show wearing nothing but a mankini.
Contestant number 4, the Sisqo Kid.
The girls didn't know where to look or if they should even look, but Sisqo remained confident in himself and his choices. Despite rumors alleging he was gay, which he claimed were unwarranted, he stood by his actions and felt he took a risk that ultimately paid off.
The lady said I got the greatest on the planet, and she thought I had something stuffed in the front of the mankini. And I won and walked out the house with a crown.
Sisqo believed he could have become one of the greatest R&B artists of all time, and he embodied that confidence. However, it didn't quite materialize as expected. His name became synonymous with one single, the Thong Song, despite his role as Dru Hill's frontman and his distinctive platinum hair. As a solo artist, he seemed to vanish from the spotlight. He was one of the pillars of the American music industry, an American singer, songwriter, record producer, dancer, and actor who made extraordinary contributions, particularly within the powerful genre of R&B music. Despite being an icon during his time, it has been a while since we heard from him. The 41-year-old lead singer of the group Dru Hill achieved most of his success in his solo career in the early 2000s, but quickly disappeared from the limelight. According to the singer, he believes he was blacklisted by mainstream executives after he started to oppose industry policies.
I wouldn't have cursed out that one executive at the record label that put me on the blacklist.
Damn, okay.
He also mentioned that executives didn't appreciate his efforts to involve his community in Baltimore, preferring to hire locally rather than using the label's preferred choices. The label seemed to believe Baltimore had little to offer, whereas Sisqo disagreed. This difference in perspective made it challenging for him to collaborate with the record label. Me and the label just started bumping heads because I was hard to work with. Because instead of putting their person behind the console, I was putting my person behind the console. Sisqo continued. Instead of getting their rapper to rap on it, I get my cousin to rap on it because I'm like, hey, we gonna eat too, you know what I mean? I was doing the best I could to feed my family, bring the money back to Baltimore. At that time, he believed that his success would empower him to make more independent decisions and to give back to his community.
I thought that once you get success, your job was the Robin Hood situation. You know what I mean? I'm from Baltimore. Nobody has anything. So if somebody had talent, I was hiring my uncle, my cousin, you know, getting people that I knew to run the studio. Me and the label just started bumping heads because I was hard to work with.
According to Sisqo, his industry struggles led to the expansion of his independent label Music Group in collaboration with Massenburg Media, owned by former president of Motown Records, Kedar Massenburg. Now he enjoys the freedom of being his own boss. Before he went silent from the industry, Sisqo was known for both his musical prowess and his controversies. He once claimed that he had done the most to make a name for himself in the industry and expressed his current desire to focus solely on his music. Another notable controversy involving Sisqo occurred in 2001 with the release of his hit single Thong Song. The song, known for its catchy melody and provocative lyrics, became an instant sensation and catapulted Sisqo to international fame. However, it also sparked criticism for its overtly S content and objectification of women. Some critics accused Sisqo of promoting misogyny and reinforcing harmful stereotypes about women's bodies. And then an incident happened allegedly. In a swift and unexpected turn of events, R&B sensation Sisqo found himself embroiled in controversy after a seemingly innocuous photograph taken at a club catapulted him into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. The alleged incident began with a casual snapshot capturing Sisqo alongside a woman whose identity would soon become the center of a media storm. Unbeknownst to Sisqo at the time, the woman in question was transgender. This revelation sparked a flurry of rumors and speculation, casting a shadow over Sisqo's reputation. Adding fuel to the fire, this individual later claimed to have had a romantic relationship with Sisqo, an assertion that was swiftly refuted and ultimately admitted to be false by the individual themselves. Despite the clarification, the damage was done. Almost overnight, Sisqo's once thriving career took a devastating hit. The controversy not only tarnished his public image, but also led to significant backlash from both fans and critics alike. Social media platforms became battlegrounds of debate and condemnation, further exacerbating the situation. But it seems like he is not the only one who got embroiled in such controversy. Another legend, Chingy, was also involved in such an incident. Amidst this hiatus, rumors circulated regarding Chingy's personal life, including alleged relationships with transgender individuals such as rapper Fox Giselle and model Sydney Starr. Chingy attributes the latter rumor to causing damage to his career. The Chingy-Sydney Starr controversy unfolded in 2010, a time when the term transgender was not widely understood, and there was significant misinformation and prejudice surrounding the topic. Sydney Starr, a transgender woman, claimed to be in a relationship with Chingy, creating a narrative that the rapper was unaware of.
I met Chingy at a show. I was a backup dancer at a show in Chicago. It was backstage.
The incident began innocuously enough when a female fan in Chicago, Sydney Starr, approached Chingy for a photo after one of his fans. Unbeknownst to him, this seemingly ordinary encounter would later be manipulated to kickstart Sydney's career. She used the photo as supposed evidence of a S relationship with Chingy and portrayed herself as the one romantically linked to the rapper. The ensuing narrative, fueled by the transgender angle, gained significant traction. In an industry known for its homophobia and transphobia, the allegations cast doubt on Chingy's S, prompting fans to scrutinize his personal life.
I remember that day we had that show, the promoter had some girl dancers on stage. One who I thought was a young lady that came up to me that wanted a picture. I just took the picture. I thought she was a fan.
Chingy experienced a rapid and harsh backlash, and unfairly. Despite achieving great success with his double platinum debut album Jackpot and collaborating with top artists such as Ludacris and Snoop Dogg, his fortunes quickly turned. Chingy found himself without the backing of a major label, a distribution deal, or support from the industry. The rapper told HNHH in 2017, "I watched people in the industry who were cool turn their backs. I feel like my career was sabotaged. Unfortunately, Chingy became the butt of jokes, and his musical career was the last thing fans were concerned about. They were more invested in his personal life and deemed him an outsider. Nobody wanted to be linked to Chingy." In an interview with Vlad TV, Chingy blamed not only Starr, but people who believed and spread the rumor. It goes to show you that that person who nobody knew had that much power to come out and say one negative thing about me and a whole mass of people just instantly took to it. And they didn't have not one piece of evidence, he said. "I lost a deal because of that. It was sad to me, because it was so much bad publicity around it. I've never been through a sabotage situation like that, and it was so fabricated and false." Chingy clarified that he and Sydney Starr were not involved in an intimate relationship. He recounted encountering her during a Ludacris concert in Chicago where she was performing as a backup dancer. Chingy described her attire, mentioning that she was wearing body paint while on stage with other women for promotional purposes. During this incident, she approached him and requested a photo. "I thought she was a fan. I thought it was a young lady who was a fan. She seemed pretty cool. I took the picture," he explained, but things took a turn for the worse and he was blindsided by the relationship rumors. 2 years after that, I see something come out of some bullcrap about this trans S person was in a relationship with me. I was just like everybody else. I didn't have a clue at what this person was talking about. Since then, Starr issued an apology to Chingy admitting to lying about the relationship. "I met him as a fan because I was a backup dancer," she said in a videotaped apology. "Chingy didn't know anything about me. He didn't know my background. He didn't know I was transgender. I just need people to know that the things I said about Chingy weren't true." After 2 years, in 2012, Sydney finally decided to come forward with the truth, admitting that there was never a romantic involvement between Chingy and herself. In reality, it was all a fabrication and they were complete strangers. The infamous photo circulating was nothing more than a snapshot between a fan and an artist. In a video shared on World Star Hip Hop, Sydney openly confessed to the deception and expressed sincere apologies to Chingy, acknowledging any harm caused to his reputation. She admitted that Chingy had no knowledge of her, including her identity as a trans woman. Emotionally recounting her actions, Sydney revealed that she was seeking attention and recognition at the time, and regretfully chose to do so at Chingy's expense. She explained that she was young and deeply sorry for her misguided actions, emphasizing that she was merely a fan and Chingy had been gracious enough to take a photo with her. Despite the genuine apology, the damage had already been done. One fan wrote, "He had a great run. His hits take me back to my young adult life being fresh out of high school. It's nice to know he's having success overseas, which is what usually happens for the artist when the love kinda slow up at home." Another one added, "Being from St. Louis and not really having huge artists coming from there, Chingy was always one of my favorite artists. It's always great to see artists from the Lou succeed." Despite the controversy surrounding him and Thong Song, it became one of Sisqo's biggest hits, reaching the top of the charts in multiple countries and earning him Grammy nominations. The song's success helped solidify Sisqo's status as a prominent figure in the music industry, but it also highlighted the tension between artistic expression and social responsibility. Despite his success with Dru Hill and a multi-platinum solo career, Sisqo's name remains most associated with the female undergarment he sang about in 2000. Sisqo has expressed to ABC that he's fine with this association, but now aims to target new audiences while remaining true to his brand. In addition to the controversy surrounding Thong Song, Sisqo faced personal and legal troubles throughout his career. In 2003, he was arrested for allegedly failing to pay child support for his son. This incident brought negative attention to Sisqo's personal life and raised questions about his financial responsibilities as a parent.
When you're a teen parent, most of the issues are being able to have people help you raise your kid, and being able to financially support the child's needs.
It had been alleged that while on tour in his 20s, Sisqo met the mother of his son, who was a teenager at the time, and she became pregnant. She spoke up about their son, and when Sisqo initially ignored her, she took the matter to court, eventually leading to him taking responsibility for his son. Furthermore, Sisqo's career experienced a downturn in the mid-2000s as he struggled to replicate the success of his earlier hits. Despite releasing albums and singles, he failed to recapture the same level of commercial success that he enjoyed in the late 90s and early 2000s. Some critics attributed this decline to changing trends in the music industry and Sisqo's inability to evolve his sound and image to appeal to contemporary audiences. In 2008, Sisqo attempted to revive his career by reuniting with Dru Hill and releasing a new album titled Independence Day. While the album received moderate attention from fans, it failed to generate significant commercial success or critical acclaim. Despite the challenges in his career, Sisqo continued to pursue music and entertainment ventures. He appeared on reality television shows such as Celebrity Big Brother and Celebrity Wife Swap, which helped him maintain a public presence and connect with new audiences. However, these appearances also exposed him to criticism and scrutiny from the media and the public, with his personal life and behavior becoming fodder for tabloid gossip and speculation. His mankini stunt on Celebrity Big Brother sparked rumors that he was gay, with speculation that his hair color and fashion choices might be linked to his S. According to Diary of a Hollywood Street King, a source alleged witnessing Sisqo leaving the company of a bodybuilder after a performance with Missy Elliott and Lil Kim in 2000. One of the illest S I've seen was when Sisqo was taken out of Missy's dressing room by a gladiator dude. We all saw them kissing. Sisqo didn't give a F. He made out with his macho man boyfriend in front of everybody, they added. According to the source, everyone, including Missy Elliott and Lil Kim, were left stunned after seeing the unknown man pick up the Dru Hill singer and throw him over his shoulder and leave with him. If we had iPhones back then, these guys' career would be finished, the source told the site. Sisqo himself has denied these rumors, asserting that he is comfortable with his masculinity. He expressed confusion over why others in the industry with similar styles to his were not labeled as gay.
Big rumors is once again unwarranted when I guess it was because my hair's blonde. Oh, that's right, everybody dyeing their hair blonde right now. Everybody's rocking leather right now. Everybody's doing everything I did back in the day.
In recent years, Sisqo has kept a relatively low profile, focusing on his music career and personal life away from the spotlight. While he may not be as prominent in the mainstream music scene as he once was, Sisqo's contributions to R&B and pop music continue to be celebrated by fans around the world. This distinctive silver-haired singer established his performing credentials as a founding member of the highly successful urban R&B quartet Dru Hill, which enjoyed transatlantic hits in the late 90s with singles such as How Deep Is Your Love and These Are the Times. In '99, the four members of Dru Hill set up their own production company, Dru World Order, to facilitate the recording of their solo projects. Sisqo was the first member to branch out, releasing Unleash the Dragon in November of the same year. The album featured the risque lead-off single Thong Song, which was just one of many provocative tracks addressing love in the male psyche. Produced by Babyface, the album showcased a diverse range of styles, including up-tempo dance tracks like Got to Get It, mid-tempo R&B such as Your Love Is Incredible, and romantic ballads. The group's versatility was further highlighted by their rendition of the Elton John and Tim Rice composition Enchantment Passing Through. Dru Hill, consisting of Sisqo, Woody, Nokio, and Jazz, remains a celebrated R&B group from Baltimore, Maryland, known for their distinctive sound and impactful contributions to the music industry. Dru Hill named their group after Druid Hill, a neighborhood in Baltimore where they grew up, and Druid Hill Park, known for its pickup basketball games. They all initially worked at the Fudgery in Baltimore's Inner Harbor shops, where they made fudge and sang a cappella. Starting out with gospel music, they eventually landed a record deal singing R&B. Woody left the group after their second album to return to gospel music. Sisqo struck out on his own and surpassed the group's success with his debut album Unleash the Dragon, which included the hit song Thong Song. time. From this multi-platinum solo debut, Sisqo's career diversified into various directions. He appeared in television commercials for Pepsi and McDonald's and ventured onto the big screen in the comedy film Get Over It. He also signed a book deal and began work on a television sitcom pilot. Additionally, Sisqo planned to launch a clothing collection called Dragon and reportedly signed a 5-film deal with Miramax. The decision to broaden his horizons proved beneficial for the boldly dressed platinum-haired singer. Being the only son and youngest of 3, Sisqo grew up in a middle-class neighborhood in Baltimore, Maryland with his parents. However, he spent summers at his grandmother's house in a tough Baltimore neighborhood where thugs were respected. Sisqo told TV Guide that during these summers he learned street smarts and ended up in jail 3 times, first sitting in a jail cell at age 16. It was during this time that he had a realization, telling himself, "I'm not a thug, I'm just trying to be one," as he later recounted in an interview. After these experiences, Sisqo decided to change his image and his life. To make himself look less intimidating, he bleached his hair blonde. Though he admitted to experimenting with drugs while growing up, he chose to take a different path, focusing on his music career and leaving behind any involvement with illegal activities. In 2003, R&B singer Sisqo faced potential jail time following an incident where he and his girlfriend allegedly fired 3 shots at a car parked near a neighbor's house in Randallstown. According to Baltimore police, the neighbor's brother had been waiting in the car at 3:30 a.m. for family members when he heard gunfire. His wife and a friend rushed into the car, and as they drove away, more shots were fired. Police responded to Sisqo's residence and questioned him and his girlfriend, Tara Thomas. They denied firing the shots, but police reported finding empty shell casings, a magazine clip, and a recently fired 9mm pistol. Sisqo, whose real name is Mark Andrews, claimed he carried the gun due to receiving death threats. During their arrest, both individuals allegedly repeated claims of death threats and were confrontational with officers. Sisqo was charged with first-degree assault, resisting arrest, and reckless endangerment, while Thomas faced charges of second-degree assault and resisting arrest. So after such a disturbing history and never needing struggles with his personal and professional life as well, he never was able to revive his career.